What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. There was a Lego themed type of Mario Party game announced recently. It was like 8 days ago. I think it was at the Summer Games Fest or whatever you call it. But I mean, whenever I saw this trailer a few days ago, I was mind blown. I was like, this is Mario Party. And we're going to take a really close look at it because there's a lot of factors of this game that it plays and it looks just like Mario Party, and I'm so excited for it. Just because, you know, we had Jamboree come out last year. It was a good game, but it's lacking a lot of great mini games, I think, and there's a lot of repetitive mini games. But this Lego Party game has an amazing, like, there's 60 mini games in this, but the mini games look amazing, and we're gonna see it in this video, and we're gonna take an analysis. What I've done is to save us time. I have all these tabs at the top of my screen, and so I've already kind of timed out where the things that I want to show you guys are at and how it relates to Mario Party, and I'm so excited to show you guys this. So without further ado, let's check out the trailer for Lego Party, and then we'll talk more about all of the juicy details.
It's Saturday night somewhere, so make some noise for Lego Party!
Get ready!
For a nail-biting competition.
We're minifigures, Dad. We don't have nails.
So there's one of the theme boards right there. We got a pirate theme board. Looks awesome.
But will you be helped by friendly
So you're collecting the golden bricks.
Hindered by evil monsters.
or lightly toasted by a flying lizard with wings?
That's a dragon, Ted. And what about our amazing mini games, Ted? We've got more of them than you can count.
More than 10?
It's actually more like 60.
Whoa, that's a lot!
With surprises around every corner, anything can happen.
Anything?
Anything.
Anything?
Yes, anything.
Okay, but certainly not a giant crab, a mythical king cobra, or Master Wu smashing a crate.
Those were literally just on screen, Ted.
Wow! We've got all that and more in Lego Party!
Okay, so there's a lot to unwrap here, but
Mighty tasty.
yeah, if you guys have noticed, and I don't know if it's coming to Switch too, because it says Nintendo Switch right there at the bottom, but the first thing you probably noticed is that there's theme boards. So there's a pirate themed one. We're gonna see some other ones here in just a little bit on these other videos, but there's a pirate theme board, and then you can see that you're trying to get the golden bricks, which is like the star in Mario Party, so that's really cool. And then the mini games, like, so there's actually there's a mini game in Mario Party. That one looks cool. So it's just like that, the one where they're going over like the paint or whatever. I think that one is actually in Jamboree, actually. But these mini games look fun. And bumper balls, that one they just show is like bumper balls from Mario Party. But anyways, let's get a closer look at the actual game, because there's a channel. Let me see if this will load. Okay, I don't think that's the right one. I think it's this next one. So it just didn't save the time slots I stamped it at. Okay, well, all right, so we'll go back to the beginning of this one. So what I want to show you guys is you can see at the beginning of this, man, if these aren't all where I want them to be. Okay, that's the right time marker. I think that's the right time marker. Okay, I think a lot of these are where they're supposed to be. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning. So whenever you start the game, whenever you're picking your character, there's a lot of different things that you can customize for your character. And I've heard from one of the videos, there's like a billion combinations or something crazy like that. But anyways, you get to pick your Lego character, and then you jump into the game. And so whenever you jump into the game, you do a mini game right away, and depending on what place you get on the mini game, that's going to determine the order in which you go first, second, third, or fourth with the rolling to go. So we got the character selection screen. We're going to fast forward just a little bit. So they show your character coming out on the stage.
It is I, Fox.
And I want to show you guys this next part coming up here in a second.
instructions inside, just
Yeah, we don't.
So Mr. Gold, he's kind of like
That's Sophist?
the keeper of the stars, if you will, but he has the golden bricks.
I got the land.
And I don't know if they showed in this video, but okay, here it is. Here's all the maps. Okay, so if you notice, it said Pirate Zone. So you got 4 maps to start out with. So you got Pirate Zone, which is a smaller map, as it says, with the size. Game time takes about 45 minutes. And then we have this Ninjaga Zone, so that's cool. A lot of different themes going on. We got the pyramid, we got some lava, we got all kinds of different pretty scenery going on in this one. I like that one. It says game time takes about 60 minutes. Space Zone says it takes about 60 minutes, kind of like Spaceland and Mario Party. And then this one looks really cool, a theme park, and 75 minutes of game time. That is absolutely crazy. But what we're going to see here, this is interesting too, because rounds, it says 6, but you could go more or less if you saw the arrows, which is kind of weird that you would have 6 rounds, because Mario Party, I think the minimum is 10 rounds, but it goes all the way up to 30. So thinking just playing 6 mini games in a turn, that seems a little bit odd. Like it's not a lot, but you could see whenever they get through the full game, it takes about 40 minutes to do a full game for only 6 turns. So it seems like the cutscenes on the turns are longer in this game. And what's cool too, so whenever, I want to go back here for a second, so whenever you vote on a mini game, it's actually more interactive, because you're going to be placed on this beach and you get to actually walk and stand on the square for the mini game that you want to vote for. So I think that's really cool how they make it more interactive, like you're actually moving to go pick the mini game. So I like that. But anyways, like I said, this is the first mini game they're doing. This is where this is going to decide their turn order. And so we're not going to spend too much time on this, but I just wanted to show you guys that. And then after you get done with the mini game, I thought this was a really funny move on their part to add this in here from the developers, is that once you're done with the mini game, so your characters, they're on these pedestals, and after the mini game's over, you're able to step off the pedestals and you can just mess around with each other. Like just jumping all over the place, kicking stuff, hitting each other. That's just some great humor right there. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then you can press and hold the A button to continue, but you can just kind of mess around on that screen as much as you want to. But the next thing to look at, so whenever you roll the dice, as you can see here, it's not really a dice that you roll like in Mario Party. It just, the green box just randomly goes to different numbers, and you press the A button to stop it, and it just lands on that number. And it sends you that many spaces down the board. So a little bit different than Mario Party. But as you can see here, picking the route you want to go on. And let's see, so this is like the star space right here, so it costs 50 of the little building blocks to buy it. And then of course he goes to a different space. Okay, let's see what space he lands on. So an event space. So again, kind of like Mario Party a little bit. Different things happen whenever you land on event spaces. He's going to send them to a different space. Other thing I wanted to show you guys too, I'm trying to find it on here because it didn't save. They go into another mini game right here. Again, you're voting on a mini game. You get to step on the square that you want to go on. This is the one that's like the Mario Party mini game, where you're trying to get as much percentage covered on the ground as you can. So I think they did take a few mini game ideas from Mario Party. This was another thing too, so I think this is pretty interesting. So you can see right here, he lands on this building space, and whenever you're on this space, you can choose to build one of 2 things, Redbeard Hideout or Cannonball Key. From what I've seen in this video, as I've kind of analyzed it, is that whenever somebody lands on this event space, like, this is a way that a star is stolen, and it goes to that player if it lands on that space. So I think just depending on which option you pick, it's just like a cool cinematic way of showing how they steal the star. And if you notice too, kind of pausing here for a second, you see they have power-ups. Just like in Mario Party, you have items that you can carry. So you can carry 3 power-ups, just like in Mario Party. So again, a lot of similarities to Mario Party so far. And another minigame we see, we got some air hockey going on. We got 2-on-2 air hockey. They have a practice screen, as you can see here, just like in regular Mario Party. And then you can boot up the game whenever you're ready. So again, another similarity. Oh, this is the item shop. So Let's see what kind of items they got here. Okay, so you can roll higher numbers, 2x your roll amount, or slow roller. So again, like, these items are definitely inspired from Mario Party. So super cool. I'm really excited about this game. I think it looks great.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
So free studs. Okay, so that's kind of like a blue space, just getting some free studs. Got another mini game. Let's fast forward a little bit.
Metal Gear. You'll be fine.
Let's see what's going on here in this
I
space.
hope the lab got that net crack. It was a top 10 net crack. That's here a Wilhelm? Oh, and that took away a gold.
Okay, let's take a look at that again. Okay, so the cannonball goes out, lands on this guy.
Oh, and that took away a
Oh,
gold.
so it took away his golden brick. So yeah, again, like losing a star.
That's cool. I like
Okay, okay, so we have those kind of spaces. Let's see. Okay, this is another interesting thing too, right here. So this is called escalation. What was it called? Escalation. What? Okay, so this seems like it's the final like 3 turns in the game. So you know how in Mario Party how like the blue space is double, the red space is double. So we have like worse kind of spaces for the red ones where you lose more of your little Legos, and then we have higher rewards. So again, another similarity to Mario Party right there. I'm gonna go to this other clip. Let me see where the saved one is. I don't know why these didn't save on the time slots I marked them on. I know some of these had them saved. Let me close out of that one here. Close out of that one. That's not where I want it.
Oh. Oh.
Okay, let me see if this is the one. Okay, so losing studs, the red space, just like in Mario Party, you land on a red space, you lose your coins. Got a lucky space where you earn some type of bonus for landing on that space. So I thought that was cool. Another similarity going on right there. That was the clip from him landing on the lucky space. And then let's see what this next one was. Event space. Okay, I think this is the one. Again, I kind of like what we saw earlier where you lose a star if you get on that space. Or I should say a golden brick.
I hope the lab got that net crack. It was a top 10 net crack.
But I think for this game, what's going to be a little bit frustrating for people playing it is it's not as fast-paced. As you can see here, the cutscenes, like they take a little bit longer. I think it's more kid-friendly, kid-oriented. So that's kind of why I think it's a 6-turn game for this example for what they're doing, is just because I think you're going to be spending a lot of time not playing the mini games. But it'd be kind of cool if they had an option to skip the cutscenes. I don't know if that's something that they would ever add to it, but I think that would be a good idea to have in case you don't want to watch those cutscenes. And that one didn't save. I don't know why these time markers don't save. That's a little bit frustrating. Okay, let's see what this one is that I saved. Mr. Gold. Okay, so this is the star space. And then, yeah, I think so. The map, I want to show you guys that in a second if that ever pops up. Maybe that's in the next video clip. But anyways, yeah, 50. You buy the golden brick. It adds it to your collection down there. It's just mind-blowing to me how much this is like Mario Party. I love it.
No chance bricks. No chance bricks.
Okay, let's go to the next scene. Let's see this one. Okay, this is a mini game. This one looks like a lot of fun. It's a dirt bike racing mini game. It kind of reminds me, I don't know if you guys ever played this one. It's called Thrillville Off the Rails. It came back. It was like, man, 2006 or something like that for PlayStation 2. But they have a dirt bike game just like this on there. And like, I love these physics kind of games like this. This looks like a lot of fun. But again, yeah, the minigame collection looks like a lot of fun in this one. What was I going to show you guys? I was going to show you guys the map. Somebody pulled up a map. Oh, here's another minigame. They got some soccer action going on. I don't know if you guys remember Pokemon Stadium 2, but Pokemon Stadium 2 had a game like this with Mr. Mime. Like how you try to protect your goal and do this exact same thing. Okay, so I think this is the last thing I want to show you guys was with someone pulling up the map, and they're viewing the map, and I thought that was another cool little detail, just like Mario Party. Who pulls up the map? I think that one's kind of like Battleship, what we just saw. Where is the map? Who pulls up the map? See, if those tabs would have saved, then this would not be a problem. Wait, is that it? There, I think that was it right there. Okay. So this is the last thing I want to show you guys. So you press the Y button and you get to take a look at the map, and it shows you all the spaces and all the details. That's super awesome. But anyways, really excited about this game. I think it looks great. And I'm excited to see how many turns you're able to do. You know, based on what I saw earlier, like kind of on this beginning screen, whenever they were looking at the maps, let me go back to it here. There's a lot of extra room down here. Like you could add probably 2 more maps in these spaces right here, and it kind of leads me to believe maybe you can unlock new maps in this, or maybe it's for DLC. I'm not really sure, but I mean, I don't know. Super Mario Party only had 4 maps, and I thought they were going to have DLC, and they never did. But who knows? But anyways, what do you guys think about this? They haven't had a release date come out yet. We just know it's going to come out later in 2025 for Nintendo Switch, Xbox, I believe, PlayStation. Not sure about Switch 2. They haven't said anything about it yet. But, I mean, I would imagine they would come out with it on Switch 2. But we'll have to wait and see. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about Lego Party. Who would have ever thought they would name it Lego Party? Anyways, super excited. Can't wait. Definitely want to get my hands on this. I hope you guys have an amazing week and keep your head up. I know that times can be tough. You might be going through a hard time, but hey, we're all in this together with life, and everything is going to be great. Just keep your head up. And hope you guys have an amazing night, and feel free to subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video.